I do have a lot I have to say. First off, about Memorial Day. I always say this every year, at least since I've been here. Memorial Day comes around, and for many of us it simply means a Monday off, a chance to enjoy a barbecue, some rest, and time with family. But the true purpose of Memorial Day runs much deeper. It is a solemn day of remembrance for the men and women who gave their lives while serving in the armed forces of this country. They fought in the Civil War, the World War I and II, Korean War, Vietnam War, and in the most recent conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. Some enlisted out of duty, others out of love for their country, and still others simply because it was their path. But all of them made the ultimate sacrifice. Because of their sacrifice, and this is my point, because of their sacrifice, my parents were able to build a life in this country. And many of your families did as well. Because of their sacrifice, we live in a country with access to some of the best education, the best healthcare, the best technology, the best innovations in the entire world. We enjoy the freedom to express our beliefs, even if we disagree with our country. We can express our beliefs and voice our opinions, and we are able to worship without fear. Except for fear of the Council of San Juan Capistrano, but hopefully they will give us permission to pray here. But yes, we may sometimes be frustrated with the divisions of our society by injustice, by mistakes made by this country, but the frustration is rooted in the very ideal that this nation strives to be a place of freedom and dignity for all. It's precisely because of this ideal that so many have fought and died, and today we reap the fruit of their courage. It is a peaceful day off. I mean, it's so beautiful that we have this. A quiet moment that we can enjoy in prayer, a church service that's uninterrupted, and let us never forget that behind all of this freedom stands a great cost, paid not by someone, but by hundreds of thousands of people, soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, who have laid down their lives. So when veterans returned home, some of them were not met with honor, but with hostility or with silence, and it just added to the wounds of what they had to do overseas. Their sacrifice, though, deserves remembrance. Not just once a year like we do, but it should be something that we remember every day. So for this Memorial Day, I'm asking you, pray for those who died in battle, pray for those who are MIA or prisoners of war and have never returned, and then pray for those even though they are still alive, the veterans that are carrying the physical and emotional and mental scars of their service. May God grant us to enjoy this, but enjoy this knowing the cost that has been paid. May God grant rest to the fallen, healing to the wounded, and peace to our land. And may we never forget or take for granted what others have paid for with their lives. Many of us are coming as immigrants or from immigrant homes, and this idea of Memorial Day can often be lost, but I don't want it to be lost on us in this country and in this church. One of my jobs here, I learned these two words over the weekends or over the past couple of days. I loved it so much that I am going to share it with you. My job is to be exhaustively repetitive. Exhaustively repetitive, meaning I need to remind you always what we are doing here, why we are gathering here in this church, what is our vision, what is our mission, what is our values. You might say church is, we're here just to learn about God, love God, praise God, and go about our daily lives as good Christians. Yes, but we've tried to focus that and explain that our vision is to allow us, to encourage us, and to enable us and our families and our communities to be more like Christ. And the way that we do this, to be more like Christ, is to deepen our minds with education, to deepen our hearts with prayer, worship, and liturgy, and to train our hands to serve. Some like to just serve, some like to just pray, some like to just read in their homes. We have to do all three of those things, and our values here at this church are about fellowship and discipleship, worship and teaching and education, as well as witness and service. All of these have to be part of your life, and I encourage you to embrace this vision, this mission, and these values. More will be said in the coming weeks.